Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Jobber Circle Wrestling Podcast. Logan, what are you doing over here? You're going to have to get off the cord. Logan's all on the mic cord. We got Logan, the podcast. He wants to be part of the show. We got a lot of good wrestling going on, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we haven't been back in a while. We actually missed. We were supposed to do a SummerSlam episode. It's always hard to do a review episode right after a pay-per-view because, you know, we're usually, hanging out, barbecuing, having a good time for the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, we kind of not in the mood to record an episode.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, we'll do it, the next day or the next day. And then it becomes to the point where we're like, well, the pay-per-view was like a week ago.
Nobody's even talking about it.
Yeah,
by the time
exactly.
we're ready for it, so.
I don't know. But Roman Reigns is back. How do you feel?
I feel good about it. I feel like he's in this is like the return of the century, I'd say.
The return, you think so?
I think so.
Who had a bigger return?
CM Punk.
Cody. Yeah, I feel like CM Punk is always just the return, and then it kind of just dies down, and you're like, oh yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, when I was looking up notes for this episode, I forgot for a second. I was like, oh yeah, CM Punk's there. But
Well, because he's like kind of still just like coming back.
yeah, I guess so. Guess so. But the Bloodline story this past Friday, or today actually.
Today is Friday.
Yeah, Roman returned again to confront Solo, and finally we had the showdown between, not really a showdown. Jacob Fatu just took him out.
Yeah, he came back with his boot.
Yeah, he came back with his boot. So yeah, you have the part of the story where now Roman's getting beat down, and Roman's gonna need some help. Who do you think they're gonna add to the Bloodline?
I think everybody's waiting for Jimmy, and which I don't understand because literally Jimmy lives in Orlando, where SmackDown was at tonight. So it's just like I don't understand. I thought he was good. Like, what are they waiting for?
Right? Why didn't he? Well, I mean, they gotta prolong. They gotta build up this story and kind of stretch it out, and that's the thing that they do. And especially Triple H is all for long-term storytelling, so they tend to stretch things out a little further than they need to. But yeah, I guess so. Jay's doing his own thing, and if you put him back with the Bloodline, it would be cool to have the original Bloodline back, as everyone's thinking. But I don't know. I feel like putting Jay back in there, it's kind of like gonna do him a disservice because he's doing kind of good on his own.
Yeah, I feel like he's finally in his basically like you said, like on doing good on his own, like with his whole gimmick. So if you try and put Yeet in the Bloodline, it's like what?
But if Roman's Bloodline is gonna be the babyface team, why not? I mean, you could always just have him there for a one-off, and then he just goes back and doing his own thing. And then of course Sami Zayn, and we're gonna see Sami Zayn back. That honestly would top it.
He just dropped the title to Braun Breaker.
Yeah, and he's kind of not really doing anything right now. If you have Sami, you gotta put Jay, so it's gotta be the original Bloodline, or Roman adds new members, like Tala Tonga. That would make sense as far Tala Tonga.
Yeah.
It would make sense as far as like we're fantasy booking to put the Bloodline back together. Of course, everyone will want that, the original Bloodline, but we forget that there's a opportunity to do like Roman's version of his Tongans, and Roman's new Jacob Fatu, so like bringing all these new members. So it could be going back to the original Bloodline, or a new better Bloodline built by Roman.
And what about The Rock?
Well, see, I think if The Rock comes back, that's a good way to set up Rock and Roman. Is Rock comes back and back solo instead of Roman,
right?
He say, I did it from day one. I didn't like you, Roman. That's why I put the loser. So I put the loser up. And LA Knight is fun. What was that? And LA Knight is finally U.S. champ. He's got a few going on with Santos, things out here and there. There's going to be a quick boom, boom, boom maybe towards the end here. But yeah, LA Knight finally U.S. champ, deserving. Maybe stop slipping on the ropes. It'll be good. And looking forward to this.
Yes.
What's next for Logan Paul? According to his past,
Impulsive.
Yeah, according to his past history, when he has a guest on Impulsive, that's usually his next feud. So it's either going to be The Undertaker or Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah,
no,
the only thing is he's on SmackDown and
I think maybe that just was a coincidence that just probably not going to play out. So we'll see what goes on for Logan Paul. Now the Judgment Day story. Let's go. Yeah, what are your thoughts? I'll let you go on that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty invested in that. I'm curious to see, we have the Bash in Berlin match coming up, which is Damian and Rhea with facing Dom and Liv. So I'm curious, are they gonna maintain this Damian and Rhea tag team?
Damian and Rhea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel like they already have a name. It was called the something twins, the Terror Twins.
Something like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Testicle twins.
The Testicle twins. The mind twins.
That was like an intrusive thought.
No, yeah, so Damon and Rhea, yeah, sticking together. Again, talking about building up. Do they build a new Judgment Day too? But nah, that would be a little too on the news.
No.
And you heard about, like, they might change the new Judgment Day to Street Trash. Apparently that was Finn Balor's idea. They want to kind of semi-name it, or they trademarked Street Trash or something. It's going to be a kind of side name they're going to go with. I don't know.
Maybe they're going to try and turn it into like a t-shirt or something.
Yeah.
Like they're going to say it on Monday and then they're just going to make it a thing, like eat.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Of course, it's going to go to, we're going to finally build up to Rhea finally taking out Liv and Dom with the help of Damien, and then Damien taking out Finn. Finn and JD are still champions, right?
Oh, man. You stumped me on that one.
I think they are, right?
The tag, I think they are.
They didn't lose this week, did they?
No.
No, yeah, so they still are.
Okay.
So, yeah, maybe he'll cost them. There you go.
Yes.
Or do something crazy, have Damien and Rhea win the tag team titles.
Can you imagine?
That's possible.
Yeah.
China was,
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Maybe that's an idea there. There you go. Yeah. Any writer listening, I know you've stolen ideas before, like the whole King of the Ring thing. I literally have said this in the podcast. I said it since I was a child.
About the SummerSlam?
Yes, I've probably said it on so many podcast episodes. Yeah, anytime we talked about SummerSlam or King of the Ring, I was like, they should make it to where King of the Ring, how we're a Rumble, you get the WrestleMania shot, King of the Ring, you get the SummerSlam shot. Jesus. Yep. But no credit for Vinny. What do you think of KO and Cody? Boring.
I think it's just going to be just another whole
filler
thing.
feud.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry,
basically.
KO.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling the way we talk about wrestling and wrestlers is going to come back to bite us one day.
Yeah,
but hey, this is it. You want the real stuff. You want the real views from people who've been watching.
And we're not saying they're bad all the time. It's just just unfortunately they got put in just kind of like a we kind of already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Surprise us. That's the opportunity right there.
Yeah.
Wyatt 6. What do you think about that?
I wish they would make more appearances. I feel like they're still kind of like trying to drag it on slow burn. Exactly.
Then you got American Made and Alpha Academy 2 kind of in that mix. So yeah, I think when they start mixing up with another feud or another faction or more people, maybe singling out people.
Yeah.
Then it'll get more interesting.
Apparently, what I've heard. My neck of the woods.
Your neck of the woods, What
no,
do you hear in your neck of the woods?
It's just like how the White Six have preached like since the beginning, like betraying other people and it's basically there's really like they go after the people who betray. Like for example, Chad Gable betrayed the Alpha Academy, so they went after him. I feel like the big betrayal that's brewing right now is the Judgment Day situation.
Ooh, you have a Wyatt 6 Judgment Day. That's how you spice it up. Because honestly, I mean the Judgment Day's got a mix up now, but I feel like that's gonna quickly go because the Judgment Day is kind of Rhea and Damien. So
yes,
I feel like this new Judgment Day, they're gonna go through this feud with Rhea and Damien, and then they're gonna need something else.
Exactly.
And that's where the Wyatt. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Gunther, he's going against Randy Orton, right? At Bash of Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
This could be the opportunity for Randy Orton to win and possibly carry it till Mania and face John Cena, or Gunther retains in Berlin, and then you can switch off to the Cody Randy Orton feud. Did you see that Cody Randy Orton podcast?
Was it the one with his Wheatley vodka?
Yeah.
Or something like that? He does it like in his van?
Yeah, it's been going on for some weeks, and I haven't been interested, but this episode with Randy Orton's making me interested. Maybe it's like I'm posted.
Well, yeah, because
Randy's
been eyeing the title.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. We want everyone wants this build up for John Cena to win his final or beat Ric Flair's record at Mania against Randy Orton for the title. So the key is from here to next year's WrestleMania, Randy Orton needs to get the title. So is it like I said, is it Gunther and the World Heavyweight? He just go ahead and wins that, takes that to Mania, goes against Cena, or he loses. Gunther can't lose in his first defense. Yeah.
And in Berlin, too.
Yeah, so then, he loses, and then you have him go after Cody.
Yeah.
Eventually down the line.
At Bad Blood, because Bad Blood is next.
Yeah. Yeah, see, because we're already past SummerSlam, so then we're halfway to Mania, so it would have to be Bad Blood or maybe like PLE
Survivor
or two
Series.
after. Yeah, like around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or the Rumble.
Yeah.
But then again, that would be kind of short.
Yeah, you could slow brew it until like break out, and then
Oh, yeah.
breaks out right before the Rumble. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Possibilities, people.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you got this Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton build up, I feel like. But Nia Jax needs to go for the title.
No, Nia Jax has the title.
Yeah, she beat Bayley.
She just beat Bayley.
Yeah, duh. Yeah,
so Tiffany Stratton is bound to cash in soon. I see it.
Yeah, that's its build up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's really trying to lay it on. Like tonight on SmackDown, she threw her championship ceremony celebration.
Yeah.
She organized it and everything. So she's kind of she's trying to make her way in there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of like a Mariah May and
Saboteur.
Yes, a Mariah May and Toni Storm.
Yeah, Mariah May and Toni Storm is like speaking of one of the only good things in AEW. We'll get to the state of AEW, but that's kind of. But even Mark Henry said about AEW, like I guess it's official. He's gone and going back to the re, and he's like, they need to figure something out quick, like because it's messed up. Braun Breaker's IC run, what do you? Pretty good so far. Making him a strong monster.
Yeah.
You know.
I was just gonna add something in the beginning when we were talking about when I said something about Braun Breaker, and it made me remind that I wanted to say I finally understand what like Vince tried to not do with names. Because there are so many times just because it wants to just come out of my mouth, and it's that I will sometimes mix up Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
And then you got Braun Strowman.
And then Braun Strowman, but I don't see him enough that I get the mix in there. I feel like I see the other two a lot, especially with what Bronson's trying to do with Seth right now, where he took him out, right? So that was my only thing that I wanted to add. Is I finally understand now.
I feel like that's gonna always be there. So you try to minimalize it, but it's like because I feel like it's mainly commentary. Like what if one day you have Braun Breaker versus Braun Strowman, and you know how casually in commentary they'll just like casually they won't say their whole name. They'll just say like. So whatever the commentary is like, Braun's got him in this and Braun's got it in. It's like, well, which Braun? But you could do that for a lot of things too, like Mysterio. When you had Dom versus Ray, they kept saying, "Oh, Mysterio's got him," and it's like, wait,
which one?
If you're going off a commentary, kayfabe, like which one? Which Mysterio?
That's like Michael Cole's slip up awkward moment this past Monday when they're literally in Austin, Texas, and Karrion Kross is trying to address Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston and Odyssey Jones in the ring, and so he the crowd's booing him, of course, so he goes, "Austin, show me some respect." And Michael Cole is on commentary thinking he's talking to Austin, which is Xavier Woods' real name.
Creed, yeah.
Yes, and so he was like, "I don't think Xavier's gonna do that," under his breath, and then you had Pat McAfee like, "No, he means like Texas." Austin, Texas.
It's like it was a play on words, but then he confused all people. He confused Michael Cole.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Really? Odyssey Jones, doing pretty good so far. But I was impressed with his debut. I really hadn't seen much of him. He was in NXT for a little bit, so he was good in NXT. But when he freaking made Akam and Razor look small, I was like, Jesus.
Oh, from Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
Man.
And then we got CM Punk and Drew, like I said, just there.
Yep.
CM Punk just there, the battle of the bracelet.
The battle of the bracelet, which the girl apparently who made the bracelet for CM Punk is wanting credit of some sort.
Like, what does she want?
Compensation, I guess.
I mean they're making money off of this storyline, right? Give her a little match bonus.
Yep.
Yeah, something. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's all because I saw this post that it was like the bracelet and then the chili pepper lay. It's like the two most important titles in WWE right now.
Literally, who even cares about the fucking
the actual
Cody
titles.
and Gunther?
Yeah. Speaking of too many titles and not really knowing what to do with them, you got AEW. I forgot that the Young Bucks were tag team champions. What?
Apparently that's funny you bring that up because I saw something today and I've noticed it too when we watch Dynamite. I haven't really seen them much because they're still saying that they're like the VPs and stuff. So I don't know if they're just trying to be like more like backstage or what. But then I finally read that when they re-signed. I think it was just this past year. Within the past year, they re-signed, and basically their contract had way less dates than it did before.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
their age and stuff. And,
yeah.
They still need to invest in smaller venues for Dynamite. I do like how Collision is in that smaller venue. Got that smaller.
Oh, they've been doing it in Dallas.
Yeah, in the esports arena. Yeah, that's a cool smaller feel.
Yeah.
They needed, because I feel like that's what it is about Dynamite. It's like maybe subconsciously knowing, even though they don't show the half-empty arena, even subconsciously knowing it just...
They make it so dark.
Yeah, it just takes away from the vibe and feel that I feel like I used to have. Or just do it in Jacksonville every week or something. I don't know.
Right, go back to the COVID days.
Yeah, that was even better.
Yeah.
That arena is cool, or the way it's set up. Bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
Like I said, Tony Storm and that Mariah May, that little love triangle they got going there is a good story.
I'm curious to see how that turns out. You have what is it? Is it next week?
What they're going?
Yeah, where they're going back to London.
Yeah.
Next week, yeah.
Yeah, and then Christian Cage and the trios title. I guess that's
Mama
there.
Wayne.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You got All in Texas. Are we gonna go all in Texas?
We should. If we're gonna go to one pay-per-view and one AEW pay-per-view,
invite us to Meteor Scrum.
Yes.
Beat us. Petition everyone to get us on the Meteor Scrum and
all
in.
That would be perfect. Yes.
How do we get on?
We have a year.
How do we get on the Scrum?
Yep.
We'll tell it like it is.
They're gonna want local people. Let's do it.
Yeah. Speaking of Scrum, MJF, he's doing his thing.
Yeah. After he lost the title, I feel like he just kind of went down.
I feel like after the bidding war of 2024, and people realized nobody was bidding over him, and he quietly signed with AEW, I think his stock kind of went down. So, I guess for now it's, jeez, I'm all making fun of him. I can't even talk. Damn, that's why I get make fun of the champ. I guess for now it's just typical vintage MJF.
Yeah.
Anyway, Swerve got that. That's what I want to see. I feel like this is gonna be inevitable. Just have MJF versus Swerve, title versus title, combine the two, so you don't have the freaking international title, United States title, the AEW title, the trios title, the freaking tag team titles, the intercontinental title, the freaking my asshole title, like just Ring of Honor this and Ring of Honor that and Ring of Honor butthole, like just let's just let it go.
I think you have Brian Danielson and Swerve at All In.
Yeah, well, yeah, there we go. So that would thing. Yeah,
and that's actually title versus career.
Yeah, so that would imply that Swerve wins, and I want to see a run. I want to see Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson have a run with the AEW title. That'd be nice.
Yes.
If he is going to really finish up in AEW, which is kind of tragic, honestly. The wrestler he is and the career he's had, it's kind of tragic for him to finish up at AEW. He really should go to WWE. But I mean, I guess you figure
that would be
Sting
having to go all the way
back
to the top, I think.
Yeah, I mean he would immediately insert himself.
Yeah.
But Sting did it. Sting's not having a final run in WWE, even though that would be cool too. But
you never know.
Yeah,
never say never.
Yeah, he should at least get in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think he denied it too. And it's like, what? Like, they made you?
Yeah.
I think Dave Meltzer said that or something. But anyway,
Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, guy sucks. But it's kind of tragic for him to end in AEW. So if he's gonna end AEW, at least give him a AEW title run.
Yeah,
that'll be cool. Then have a real good have a Bryan Danielson AEW year long title run, retirement run.
Yes.
At the same time WWE's doing John Cena. That'll be cool.
Whoa. That would make you want to tune into both.
Yeah. Speaking of people who need to go back to WWE, Jericho and Hook. Jericho needs to go back to WWE and Hook needs to sign at NXT.
Yes.
So, yeah, and NXT's been doing good, too.
Maybe they're working together. Yeah, with Ethan Page.
Yeah, Ethan Page is, finally, that's cool. Like, for him to go in to AEW after not really doing much and kind of lingering in, I said for him to go to NXT, I meant.
Yeah.
After lingering in AEW and winning the NXT title, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he won it so fast.
Yeah, we gotta find good opponents for him because right now it's been kind of Joe Hendry's next, right? Or they're gonna have some kind of
3.
Yeah. Joe Hendry and I forgot who the
Wesley. And
forgot the other one. The third one. Yeah. Anyway.
But.
We'll get better with that. We need to start taking notes weekly as we watch it. We always forget to do that because we get into other stuff and watching it and eating.
And we watch a lot of wrestling.
Yeah,
it's a lot to keep up.
Yeah. So. But that's good for now. Got any questions, suggestions, comments? Hit us up on social media at Jobber Circle, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Yes,
anything else, babe?
Good. Nope, that's it.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
See ya.